Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faith, and today guys I'll be checking out how a female minister called evil good. You guys, I'm super excited as always. If you're here to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing, give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And if you are ready, let's see what this video is all about.
Let's go with the transgender situation. We now have it where men feel like a woman or a woman feel like a man, and they want to use whatever bathroom or shower of their choice. All of a sudden a woman feel like she's a man. She want to walk into the bathroom with other men or into the showers. Is that right for her, for this confused person to be able to do that?
Well, I think we're probably the ones that are confused, but I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about that.
Is it right for them to be able to do that?
Absolutely.
And why?
Well, it's what they're most comfortable with.
Why is it right, though?
Because we're kind, generous people, and we want to make people feel good about themselves.
So it's because the kind, gentle people want to make others feel good.
Are you for real?
Does that make it right?
Sure. What
So
other
how about-
motivation could we possibly have?
How about women who are having sex with little girls? Do you want to be kind and gentle and?
Okay. Now you're talking about pedophilia, and
what's
I'm not
the difference?
going there.
It's still
I'm
wrong.
not going there.
Why not?
Pedophilia is not okay.
Right.
I would agree with you. It's not.
Would you
Male
want,
or female?
Would you want to take a shower with some guy who decides that he feels like a woman, and there you are in the shower, and he walk into and just take off his clothes and get in there with you?
Where do you hang out?
No, this is a transgender person. This is a
That's not the
transgender
question.
person.
Okay.
This is happening.
And,
Would you?
no,
if you
it's
say
not
that
happening.
It is happening.
No,
and you
it's
say
not
that it's
happening.
fine. Would you want to be in your shower at your church, and some
I have a
man
shower at my
feel
church.
like or anywhere, and some man feel like a woman, and he said, "I'm a transgender. I
You would be
feel
arrested.
like a woman."
That's not going to happen.
No.
It's
Would
not-
you want?
You don't just
Why?
feel like a woman.
That's what they say.
right?
They feel like a woman. That's
They
why they
do.
call it transgender.
And as long as they've not had reassignment surgery, they're not going to come into a woman's bathroom and take their clothes off.
Why not?
It's already happening.
Because they just, there's consequences to that kind
Is
of
it wrong for them to do that?
behavior. Well, it's illegal.
Is it wrong?
Sure, if it's illegal, it's wrong.
No. Is it wrong?
I don't know what you're, wrong.
It's a tough question.
Well, by virtue of the fact that it's illegal, yes, but it's not wrong for them to
Let's
be
say it's not
transgender.
illegal in some states, and some man decided to get in the shower with you because he feels like a woman. Legally, he can do it. Is it wrong for him to do it?
It's not, it doesn't even make sense. It's not
What
gonna
doesn't make
happen.
sense?
That's not how transgender people operate.
What
for
doesn't
one
make
thing.
sense? You said it doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense?
That's some grown man who still has male appendages but wants to shower with women because he feels like one. It's not going to happen. Not how they think.
and
not
you
how they
say-
behave.
And you say it's not going to happen because it doesn't make sense?
Well, it's illegal. They
No,
would be
I
arrested.
say where it is legal. They should pass
It's
a law.
not legal.
If they should pass a law, it is legal. Would it be wrong for him to do it?
Of course, it would be illegal.
No,
it's not going
you're
to
not
that
listening.
kind of behavior. Yes, I am, and
No,
that kind
I
of
said
behavior
in
is going to
places
be
where-
legalized.
In places where it is
And
legal.
where is it? Let's
Would it become,
get real
if
here.
it should become legal, would it be wrong for him to do it?
It's not going to become legal
Why are you avoiding the wrong person?
because you're trying to put words in my mouth.
I'm not.
and
I'm asking you a
going
question.
there.
You're a
No.
reverend. I have you here because I
Yes.
want you to help us. You don't seem to understand right and wrong or good versus evil. And being a reverend, I'm a little surprised. Why is that?
Well, I certainly don't have your sense of right and wrong.
What sense do you have of right and wrong?
Well, I know good when I see it, and I know evil when I see it. I'm sure. Yes.
Yeah. And what does evil look like?
Orlando,
Orlando? Meaning what?
at Attituck, meaning that somebody went in with a gun and killed a whole lot of people.
It
Somebody
was-
blew up the airport in Istanbul yesterday. That's not
It was
good.
a Muslim that did it, so it was Islamic terrorism. Is that evil?
Well, what he did was evil, absolutely. But I don't know that it's necessarily that Islam has that much to do with it.
But he gave glory to Allahu Akbar and to ISIS, and
I don't
he was
think
doing
Allah
it in honor
probably
of them.
feels honored by that.
Who?
Allah? I don't think Allah.
But why is he teaching that or encouraging that?
I don't think Allah is.
Who's doing it then?
I think that there are some people who take Islamic stuff totally wrong.
Do you believe there's a God and a devil?
I believe there's evil, sure.
How about a God and a devil?
I don't do much with the Satan thing. I just don't.
You don't? What do you teach at your church?
I teach them the truth. I teach them about salvation. I teach them about how to be better people.
What is the truth?
Well, that's a good question, and that's going to be my sermon this Sunday. I just read an article in the LA Times last week about racism, and the white people that were polled said that there wasn't really a racism problem, and the black people who were polled said that there was a racism problem. Now, who's speaking the truth there?
The white folks.
Not necessarily. I'm a white folk, and I don't believe that racism isn't a problem.
There's no such thing as racism.
Well, that doesn't, just because it's a cultural construct doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't exist.
No, really.
Do you believe racism?
You're a black man, and you're going to sit here and tell me that racism doesn't exist.
And I grew up on a plantation down in Alabama under the Jim Crow laws. Racism does not exist. It's a lie. Do you disagree with that?
Oh, please. I pastor an African-American church. I see it daily.
But you're a white woman. You pastor in a black church.
Yeah.
Where's your proof that racism exists?
The proof is in the differences in their salaries.
In their salaries? That's not true. I mean, people work at different levels and at different times, and they do different jobs, so that's not proof. Give me some real proof here.
I have women in my congregation who are caregivers.
Right.
And they are paid to the person less than the women of other races, other colors that work for the same agency.
Okay, so I pay my black employees more than I do my white
Good for
ones.
you.
Is that racism?
I'm not sure what that is.
Why not?
Racism is a power differential.
I'm discriminating against my white employees. I'm paying my black people, and my white employees are better workers.
So it is discrimination.
Is that
There's no doubt about
racism?
it, but I'm not sure it's racism.
Why not?
Because the white folks still call the shots.
But I'm calling the shot.
Well,
The
and
shots.
if you want
I'm
to
calling the
discriminate in
shot.
that manner, I don't know that anybody would ever stop you.
Is it racism?
No.
Well, why, if the white man does it, I don't do that, by the way, but why is it that...
Darn. Thought I would get your employees a nice little raise here.
Why is it if the white man did it, does it, it's racism, but if I do it, it's not?
Well, white privilege is the answer.
But
to
I'm
that
privileged here. I own the company. I'm paying the salary.
But that doesn't necessarily give you the kind of privilege that a white man would have.
I have a better privilege. I own the company.
All right. Good for you.
So why is it if the white man did it, it's racism? If I do it, it's not.
Racism.
Because the privilege lies with my skin color, okay? Not with what I own or what I do.
Then why did you use that as an example then? Give me an example of racism. That's not an example then, because I own the company. I'm black as the ace of spades. I'm discriminated against my white employees.
And that's not racism.
And it's not racism. But
No.
if my white counterpart did the exact same thing, it would be racism.
To black employees?
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
That's amazing. And that makes sense to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Bible says that our battle is not physical, but a spiritual battle, that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities and wickedness in high places. It's a spiritual battle. Is that true?
Sure.
Then why do you call it a physical battle?
Well, because we live in a physical realm.
Good question.
And much of what we deal with is physicality.
But the Bible, no, everything we do is spiritual. We just live in a physical body. But everything we do is spiritual.
I
so
want balance
why not
there.
follow the rule of God rather than the rule of the order of man? God says it's spiritual. Why not go with that? Since you are reverend.
I'm looking for balance here. I like my physical life and my spiritual life to be pretty much in sync with each other, and it's doable most of the time. Although the older I get, the more difficult it seems to be. But I don't like the idea of spiritual warfare. I don't like the idea that.
So which God are you called by? Because you don't like anything that the Creator like. Are you called by your father the devil or the creator God?
Oh my gosh.
Let me ask, is it immoral to have children out of wedlock?
Boy. I think at one time it was. I don't think it is at this stage of the game.
Why did it change? At one time it was
Because-
immoral. Why did it change?
I think women just did it. I think they just said, you know, this is ridiculous. I'm pregnant. I'm going to keep the kid. And society can like it or not like it. I don't know.
So does it make it moral for them to make that decision?
Moral?
Is it moral to have children now? Even though, oh, I'm pregnant, I just had a baby. Is that moral or immoral?
It's a moral. It's a sound moral decision to keep.
Is it
keep a
immoral?
child. No.
No. Amazing. So who is God? I want who is God to you?
Well, God is a spirit, a good spirit, a spirit of grace, a spirit of kindness, compassion, integrity. God has a lot of integrity.
Is he a spirit of truth?
Sure.
But you haven't told the truth.
I've spoken from my heart. I think that probably qualifies as the truth.
But you don't recognize good at all. Everything you seem to recognize is evil. And you're calling that good.
Well,
And I'm a little I'm a little confused about it
Putting
because
words in my mouth.
because you are a reverend. I'm a little confused about it. And that's why I'm bringing it to the forefront, because I want to understand it. And I know you have a church, and you're talking to other people. You're talking to black people, and black people have enough problem already with denial of truth, and you seem to not recognize truth. Why is that?
I think I recognize truth when I hear it or see it.
Did you have fun?
Fun.
Was it fun?
All right, it was fun.
Thank you.
You insist.
I had fun.
It was a tea party. Yes. Interesting.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you, all right?
Sure. And you too.
All right, thank you. All right. And thank you folks for tuning in.
You guys, that was such a funny interview right there. And I love the way he kept attacking her with questions and how she deliberately didn't want to answer these questions truthfully. This woman is answering this question in a very political way, and oh my gosh, she deliberately was evading most of the question, and she knows exactly what she was doing. This is such a funny one. I find it so funny that her beliefs are so totally different. And let me know what you guys think about this interview. If you totally enjoyed watching, give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And this is me officially signing out. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.